You can fix parts of your anxious attachment style that aren't serving you and replace those behaviors with something that will, if you follow the outlined steps that I'm showing you in this video. My name is Ellie. I'm a relationship coach, and formerly, just like you, I had an anxious attachment style that seemed to be ruining my life because my empathy for others, my desire to be close with them, and love with an open heart, be completely loyal to my person, and be selfless for my relationship was actually slowly hurting it. So I know exactly how it feels to feel like your attachment style isn't helping you. So I want to talk about how to fix your attachment style so that you can be your loving self without feeling like you are codependent on someone that is going to hurt you and take advantage of your kindness. If you find this video helpful, please don't forget to let me know by hitting the thumbs up button and consider subscribing to my channel if videos like this interest you and you want to see more of them in the future. Having an anxious attachment style is actually a very beautiful thing, but sometimes we unknowingly use it in a way to get ourselves into a toxic relationship where we're being manipulated, abused, and taken advantage of for our kindness, for our empathy, for our desire to do good for our partner. And that is where an anxious attachment style becomes no longer not only useful, but detrimental to you as an individual. So we're going to talk about steps that you can take in order to start building more security in yourself and let the anxiety and the worry and the stress take a back seat for a minute. If you have the chance to journal while you're listening to what I'm about to say, it is going to help you so that you can see and reflect on what I'm saying and how your brain sees the situation. Get as clear as you possibly can, and the best way to do this is to start writing. Think and write down situations where your attachment style has been a hindrance for you, where you felt pain because of it, where you've experienced hurt, betrayal, or something of the sort. Like, there has to be something that's motivating you to even watch this video and think about how to fix your attachment style. So what is that for you? The more clear you are, the better. There's no wrong answer. If it's a situation or a feeling, or if you feel like you've experienced the same thing over and over again, that is your why. Now we're going to do something a little bit interesting, and we're going to look at what motivators there were for you to behave the way that you did in that situation. For example, if you wanted emotional intimacy, emotional closeness with your partner, and they were just unavailable for you, so you started doing a little too much to try to make sure that you guys reconnect, and you felt disappointed about that because your partner wasn't open to it in the same way that you were, resulting in something that you didn't want. What was the motivator behind that? I would say that you wanted emotional intimacy, an emotional connection, closeness with your partner, and they weren't there, they weren't available to you. And so you feel worse than starting off because in the end, they didn't give you what you wanted. That is just an example, but I want you to think about your scenario. Maybe you've been too forgiving to somebody in the past. Maybe you're too empathetic. Maybe it's another reason for you. Whatever that is for you, you need to look at the underlying motive that made you act the way that you did in that situation. Now, whatever you think that motivator was, it probably had something to do with you feeling insecure, you feeling left behind, you feeling like you weren't getting the validation that you needed. And that is what we need to actually fix instead of the behavior that you did or the outcome that turned out for that scenario. Most of this is internal work, the way that we see ourselves, the way that we think, and how we try to meet our own needs that isn't helping us feel more secure, feel more at peace in the relationship or in ourselves. So your goal here is actually to build stability in yourself. And I have a course available that is going to help you do just that. It is a set of meditations essentially that you listen to, and they're literally categorized by common issues that anxious attachment people experience in relationships and in themselves, that literally walks you through calming that anxiousness and walks you through working those emotions that just kind of drive you to feel out of control and powerless. Other things that you can try to do, try to be as present as you can, identifying the emotions that you're feeling, naming them, because that is going to help you deflate the intensity of the emotion that you're feeling so that you can work on, hey, what do I actually want to do here? Journaling is another great tool. And I highly recommend that you do that, because even being able to read your own journal prompts from before or the day before, it allows you to kind of see the way that your brain works. And when we're just actively thinking our thoughts, it's hard for us to like realize the pattern. But when you can actually read your own thoughts like a book, you can connect the dots pretty quickly and see what those common thoughts are that are keeping you in the state that you're in. Sometimes to fix your anxious habits, you actually have to distance yourself from the person that you're in a relationship with, maybe take a break and try to reflect on how you feel. Try to identify the stressors and the triggers that are causing you to go into a downward spiral versus showing up with your best qualities. There are both useful and unuseful habits and attributes of each attachment style. And if there's something that is bothering you or you're recognizing that needs to shift, make sure that you do that, because your relationship with yourself and with others is going to be affected by it. I want to wish you all of the love in your love life. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one.